sound sucks. Leave it to Steve.
Awesome. What's the deal?
I don't know. Steve Miller always says sound sucks.
What part sucks, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you turn the volume up? Did you put headphones on? Can't hear us. Can you hear any of us? Testing. Hold on. Can you? Oop. Really slushy. Like that on the internet.
There you go.
Pointing fingers.
Yeah, we're not pointing fingers at that poor Will.
We're breaking up.
He's doing the best he can.
What?
We are. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the live stream.
Mine says I'm perfectly streaming.
You will on the live stream. That's
on the TV.
Yeah, I mean, it looks.
there it is.
I wonder if it's the audio piece.
Sound is glitchy still. That's awesome. I was just talking about audio. No, it's not good. That is true. All kinds of sound glitch. So we got all kinds of sound glitch, Chris.
But you.
Maybe it's because you don't have any ground pegs on your plugs. Well, anyways, hopefully everybody can hear. And we don't have to do any start, but welcome to the show. Will, thank you for joining us. It's amazing because we're in your studio today.
Yeah. Most definitely. I thought the Wi-Fi out here was a little bit better than that. There's a Nest thing up there.
Apparently, it's not.
My apologies.
That's okay. Will comes.
Spectrum.
Will's studio comes with beer, so that's cool. Our show's brought to you by Black Bottled Beer. Hey, if that doesn't exist, we need to start brewing beer and call it Black Bottle Beer.
That'd work.
Because they say you don't want light going through the beer to ruin it, so we make it as a black bottle, so it doesn't. If you know anything about brewing beer.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then which is why they typically always leave it in a dark closet, dark places, or whatever, so light doesn't penetrate it. So that can be a play off of that, even though that wasn't my original thing. It's because this is black and there's beer in it.
That's why most beer bottles are brown.
This is weird. I mean, I guess it helps block the light. It doesn't really the light.
With fuel samples, we have to do the same thing and put them in brown bottles.
Really?
Or epoxy coated cans, so the light doesn't get to it. It can cause all kind of problems. Issues, problems, all kinds of stuff.
Okay. All right. Interesting. You guys have no idea what the hell Will was talking about, but it has to do with the day job. Right?
Yeah.
So let's not worry about that any further. Unless you have questions for Will on his day job, which we will not answer today because there's no point. Let's see. Sounding, what says better? Someone says better. Someone says breaking up again. Will, I think you forgot to pay your AC bill in your studio. Sorry, everybody.
We don't have AC in the sorry.
All right, well, regardless of the sound, guys, I do appreciate everybody being here today. We have all kinds of things to not talk about. I mean, to talk about. And it's like, oh, it froze up. So it is. We are bandwidth eaters. It's just what it is. We're still breaking up.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Some said they can't understand. I think our different studio locations. What if? Hold on 1 second, everybody. 1 second. I have another option, but people probably won't like it. To record the show. Just record the show at this point. Immediately post it. Right afterwards. All right, we're going to try a little bit of a. It's loading. It says excellent connection, but that doesn't always mean.
I've never tried it live. It sounds difficult.
What's that?
I've never tried to go live. It sounds difficult.
It's not unless you're trying to do too many things at once, apparently. Are we there? I think we're live again. We're moving.
Is it working?
Well, that sucks. Literally everybody but one person left.
You think they're trying to redo them?
I don't know. Well, we never ended. They're still here. I was still chatting with them. Oh, this is we're trying one thing. Steven says not much better. Please be still breaking up. Okay. Breaking up is apparently not hard to do. Like the song says. Okay. Right, party on. No, Will. Party on. I just used Will instead of Wayne.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Today we're in Will's World. Will's World. Party time. Excellent. All right. Don't move. Sound better. Don't move. Okay, hold on. Sound good right now. Okay. I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking. I'll keep chatting. I'll keep batting this bug out of my face. We're gonna see if this helps. Everybody be still good. Still comes and goes. So it's not. Well, it's not foolproof. Apparently, my exploding, sparkling personality is overweighing the. Now I'm getting an error from YouTube. I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So that's awesome. I say awesome, it's not.
So it's an upload thing and not a download thing?
Yeah. It's usually two different things, and typically, unless you're using some kind of a Google that doesn't seem to cut their upload bandwidth. I mean, of all that I've used, everybody else, you might be like, ooh, good, download, but then your upload stuff is. Because this is, we have the video here and we're trying to push it up. Everybody else is downloading. I wish I almost kind of wish I would have brought that Pocket 3 now, because I could have just streamed off of it.
I've got my Pocket 3 downstairs.
Ooh, he's got a Pocket 3. We streamed off at once. I'm getting errors on. Users will experience buffering. So they can hear me but not Chris. Oh, well, you're not supposed to hear Chris. That's okay. No, do you really want to hear Chris anyways? Seriously. Mark from Ohio, do you want to hear Chris? Stephen Miller, do you want to hear Chris? Let's take a vote. Who wants to hear Chris? No one here is raising their hand for Chris. Give us a moment. Are we not streaming right now? Oh, we are. Is good. Corey's is skippy. Chris is all muffled. Sound and video are out of sync, and sound is really wonky. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I'm ashamed because I was really excited.
It's my fault.
It's not Will's fault, everybody. It can be, if you want it to be. If you guys want it to be. All right, take a vote. Who wants it to be Will's fault? No one here is raising their hand. So
I'll take the boy.
Oh, just Will.
You're in my garage.
What if you used? Nope, not working out. Oh, thank you, Mark. He wants to hear us both. He misses us.
Well, you know what confuses me? It seems like
me too.
It seems like they throttle your download speed. I didn't realize that they did the same on the upload.
Yeah, the up is very throttled on most internet services.
You can have a good download. I can do that in my head.
see, and see, even though you have that download, it's that Xfinity. See, I had Google Fiber, and when I did a massive download, the upload was massive as well.
Yeah.
But that's the only internet I've ever had. Have you ever tried to upload a 15 gig video? What's the largest file video that you've ever uploaded to YouTube?
I uploaded some 20-minute 4K videos.
You know how big the files were?
I have no idea. I never look at that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I will say this.
It's 4K per minute.
4K,
The 4,000.
I think I've gotten a blessing from YouTube lately, because before I'd upload a video, 1080p, 20-minute video, and it would take up to an hour to upload.
Okay.
Now it uploads in 10 minutes.
That's pretty good.
So
that's your internet improving then. Not
or it's YouTube.
Not
Because I also hear YouTube people talking about the more subscribers you like. These people have like 1 million subscribers.
So
Their video
right.
uploads and processes in 2 minutes.
So to give you like a 20 to 30 minute video back at my old house, I remember it taking anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I mean, it just depends on what the video was, right? Like file size. And when I first moved into an area where I had Google Fiber and their gigabit internet and all that stuff, this same video uploaded in less than a minute.
Wow.
Like, I didn't even, because it used to be when you upload to YouTube, if people are still hearing us, that's awesome. But you can just hear us jibber jabber right now. When you upload to YouTube, you know, that's at that point you get all your information you can fill out while it's uploading, right? Mm-hmm. Fill out your title, your description, and I used to have all that all done, ready to go, and I'm still waiting another 40, 50 minutes to finish the upload so I can finally go, let's publish this sucker. Mm-hmm. Well, there was that first time I did it, I was uploading, I was like, well, this is going to be a while. Let's see the title, let me see what I want to do. Before I figured out what I was titling it, I was already uploaded.
Wow, processed and everything, or just?
It was a process to the point where I can publish it. It still takes like another couple minutes for it to fully do the HD, but you know, the standard quarter of the speed that I had, but when I do the test, it doesn't even come to a quarter.
I'll tell you what I'm paying for just basic cable and internet. $295.
Holy mother of God. Isn't that much nowadays? One of us at a time, two of us.
Yeah, right now
What
we're
do you wanna
doing 30 up and 2.5 up and 30 down. We need at least.
I remember when that was.
We need
good.
we need at least 4 for the quality cameras.
Why did it change so much from the speed test?
No, the speed was doing around 4.
Yeah.
But now he's joined on his laptop.
Would it help if I cut the TV off?
I mean,
Because other than
But
that,
I
the
don't know
only
if it'll
thing,
help enough to really offset.
not give us 2 megs back.
the
I
only
don't
thing in
think.
the house I'm running on the internet right now is.
I wish you can use multiple internets together.
YouTube
Like
Studio.
where we can take our phones as well to help boost it even more or something like that.
I've been watching RV stuff lately, and these guys, they have everything. They have Starlink, they have Verizon, they have T-Mobile, they have all this stuff, and it goes through some kind of inverter that figures all that, let that stream out for them and does exactly that.
Yeah, some of them will run, you know, they got the different hotspots that they can run, but then you have your Starlink, which right now Starlink would be faster. And it's of course that's expensive too.
Yeah.
And then nowadays you are throttled on how much you get to use. It's not unlimited internet anymore with Starlink. But then there's also the ones that have a Wii Boost, so you can pop that in your RV, your van, whatever it is you go, and it's this antenna, a little skin antenna comes up with this big, fat little cylinder thing at the top, little cylinder-shaped thing. And what that does is it does require a cell signal, but it can be a weak one, and it boosts it by 2 or 3 bars on your phone. So let's say you're down to 1 bar and it's kind of getting choppy, it would boost it to the point where, boom, it's perfect, it's good, no problems. But then if you're in an area where it's not picking up a signal, well, then it does you no good because there's nothing to boost.
Got it.
You have to have a signal to boost. So then that's where people revert to the Starlink or whatever. So even the hotspots. We've gone to a place with our van and traveled where it's like, yeah, we got nothing. There's no cell anything around here. So if you wanted some outside service, you got to use some kind of satellite deal. Whether you got these little like Garmin link things where you can use touch your phone to do like simple messaging or SOS stuff or emergency calls, or you can full up just like your Starlink. But then there are some people that have the Starlink and realize, crap, I decided to camp under a place that's surrounded by nothing but trees all around, so then they can't get a clear signal, or they're too far into a cave, not cave, but like a canyon,
Yeah.
and we're at the bottom where they're just not quite getting the angle they need where the satellites are at because there's too much, they're parked too close to stuff. But that's, you have it, well then you just don't park at those places.
Yeah.
But I've had people have that. In our little Storyteller Overland little group page and stuff, there's a lot of people that has that, and they got them, like, some of them permanently mounted to the roof so they can kick it on and even use that as we're going down the highway. I'm like, that's cool. But I thought it would have time table for it.
Got a new one too.
They got like a couple of, they have a smaller version, I think a more compact version, don't they? I don't know what they call that one, but
A lot. The whole idea of RVing is really fascinating to me, but I think I like the idea of it.
an issue. We use it more on the shower side than we do the toilet side. Unless you're sleeping. Sometimes you gotta get up and just gotta pee or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's an emergency pee bank if you don't want to get out and go pee outside or go to the toilet on a campsite or something. So, it hasn't been as big of, like, if we were to do it again and it didn't have a bathroom, that would be not the end of the world. Because out of all the things that we really on our checklist for when we were getting this van,
All right, so wait a minute.
the bathroom
So we're-
was the smallest
We're 20
checklist.
minutes into the show.
Yeah.
Do we just want to stop the live, start a new show, local record only, upload it when we're done?
We're gonna have to do that.
Well,
Guys,
we're
love-
live,
love
so
all
why
of
don't you
you.
tell everybody?
Sorry, guys. My fault.
No.
ooh.
Don't even worry about it.
You are correct. I'm glad we stayed live for as long as we did. Dave Sleeper Dot. Was it Dave Sleeper Dot that said it? Or was it...
I can't see it. You'll have to read it.
It was. Made a very good point that we are going to fix today, because I have one with me, but there is no Craving Car sticker anywhere back here. Oh, it's over there. It's not where the camera can see.
Oh, good
So
job,
technically, yes, he does. Oh, no, there's one on there. She totally missed it. And a Rigs and Roast.
Oh, yeah. There's
No,
two there.
never mind. There is. It's there. Craving Car stickers.
You know,
If you want a Craving Car sticker for yourself, or possibly even a shirt, if we have any left.
or how about this?
You need to
What
see
if
us
we
at our next event? Yeah.
what if we kill the cameras and we just do audio?
Well, in that case,
We'll stay
that's
live.
just weird.
I agree.
Unless there's a static picture that can stay on there, but I don't know how well
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna. But it's still gonna affect the stream because technically there's still a.
Yeah, but it's a
video
graphic,
thing there.
not a live
yeah, it's still
video.
a graphic though. It's still an upload. We may end up having to end this stream. We are still going to try to put a little bit more of a show together than this. So let's go ahead and try to end this. We're going to record something here, and we'll have it uploaded tonight, provided the internet functions to upload.
Yeah. So we can stay online. They can ask questions. We can do all of that. Just they need to know that their audio and video will be weird. But the local recording will be fine. It's not fun for them, I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, we're still having to re-upload a separate recording, and this one's going to be kind of a crap dead in live thing that people might still eventually click on.
Yeah.
Like I may take this one out of public when we're done, just because it's that bad. If that's the case.
Well, then why don't we just...
Unless YouTube can straighten it up somehow, like later on processing, because maybe they're getting all the information, they just can't live put it out all the way because the bandwidth.
Nah, that's the way we're
It's
uploading
going to
it.
look like that no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we're only uploading at 1.5 megabytes.
Yeah,
That's a fourth of what we
It's
need.
kind of not at that point. I don't know that's worth it for everybody. Even if they can hear some of us, it's just not good.
Well, let me try something. Let's just...
Chris is going to try something. That's what we've been talking about all day, actually.
I know, right.
Just trying
Just
things.
Trying things. But I don't want to start a
Hey,
local
Chris,
recording until we start
Either
fresh.
do or do not. There is no try.
All right, I'm going to do not.
Huh? I'm a nerd. That's what I do. Nerd stuff. Yes, Stephen Miller, that does suck.
I know
'Cause
everybody's been waiting.
We were back. We decided to send out and everything for you, for everybody, and
Isn't it hot in here? It's 90
It's nice
degrees.
now.
it's
Nice now.
not just 90. It's 90 with humidity. Could be worse. Not much, but could be.
All All right, let's try this. So this is giving us.
Barn Find has so many. I bet you do have so many questions. Look at all those question marks on there. That's a lot. A lot of question marks you have at the end of that sentence.
All right, why don't we try this? Why don't we? I killed the video links. It's just going to have the splash screen.
Okay.
And see
So
what the
Steven says
audio
we sound
comes
good
from.
now.
Let's do
how about
that.
This?
Let's just do a true podcast.
Let me talk. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Everybody good with that? All right. Will, you go. Say something fantastic or what I just said.
Rubber baby bubby buckers. Say it.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
To all you cravers out there, keep craving.
Keep rubber baby bugging.
Keep those baby buggies rubber bumping.
Now, can we hear all three? There's three of us here. If you, I know you only see two in the picture, but there are three of us here. Can you hear all three of us? Sound just you should. I'm getting thumbs up. I'm getting.
All right. Well, let's just do a true audio podcast. Let's do that.
All good on sound now. Brown cow.
All right. We'll do that. Sorry, guys, about the video feed. I know we'd love to capture Will's perfectly sculpted face.
And studio.
And studio. And the great air conditioning we have going.
And you know what you're not going to be able to see? You're not going to be able to see Will get out of his chair and get me another beer. That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's terrible. Hope that's got a long cord on the mic there, Will.
I'll just sit here and suck on my water.
Yeah, you do that, mister.
That's right. Anyway. All right, take two. Ready? Audio.
Welcome. Maybe we need. Can we cut this? Can we cut this down later on the show?
Of course.
Once it's already uploaded.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Thank you so much, all six of you on here today. For we
He
are
meant
back
600. Yeah, I know
with the
you meant
live stream.
600.
Love it. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of things happening with me going out for surgery, and then just shortly after that, going on a 2-week vacation, and Chris
Losing my job. 15-year job.
Like he took off to like Australia or something, and Will was always kicking ass as normal, doing Will things.
That's right.
But we're back.
Back again.
Ish. Voices.
Guess
are
who's back?
Again.
Tell up, Fred.
Come on, get me going.
I know.
Messing me up over here. No,
Sorry about that.
so it's really awesome. We have many things to jib-jab about. So anything real important, except for the fact we just wanted to be back on.
Yeah.
We have more and more things to talk about, subjects as we go and flow. But our guest today, and on location recording here at Will's Wheel Studio.
Yeah.
We're going to call it that. He's going to call it something else, but
That's right.
It's Will's Wheel Studio.
That's right.
It's a garage.
Yeah, we are right now in the process of looking for a new home for our studio. Obviously, with the loss of H&R Block and 15 years being there, that was a shock. But it is what it is due to all the I'll call it wokeness and lack of having people come back to work. 2,500 down to 200 a day is a big deal, and it sucks. We lost that environment. It was great.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great times there. So we'll find a new home and figure it out. So bear with us. But our goal is to broadcast every week from somewhere, even if it's from some corner. We ring the bucket for change.
We'll have to, pull the van out every time if we have to.
That's right.
It's right now. I mean, it's also being someone that has a stable internet connection apparently.
Well, and that's not Will's fault, unfortunately. We didn't have time to come over and test, and he mentioned it might be a concern, and it is what it is. But anyway, our goal is going to be cover what we've been going through. A lot of personal stuff we've been going through, not only on your side, my side. I've been doing things. Will's been busy.
None of your stuff is personal.
I know it's not.
That. It's public as can be.
Will's been,
personal about his stuff.
you know what? Will's been rocking it while we've been on vacation.
That's what we have.
He is consistent. He just
Will
uploads.
has us to
Now what?
show how good he is because
That's right.
like, look at how they're not even doing anything.
And I find it funny that he was able to upload his video for today.
Oh, is that how that went?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Maybe he's up.
With on your video. I get it.
Pay per minute.
I understand.
There you go.
I understand. You called Spectrum. It's like, hey guys, go ahead and sack this shit.
There's no sabotage.
Right.
here.
This
No.
is gonna
Yeah.
be this is gonna be turkeys dropping out of the helicopter
Yeah.
like bags of wet cement, man. Let them go.
Yeah,
No.
my show's going to upload great. Their show's going to be shit. That's basically what it was.
I think
No
it
wonder
may
he
be- I
he
think
was
it
so
may
eager.
Something to do with the Orbi. I don't know, because every now and then I'll come out here and I can't even get my internet to play without resetting and to do all kind of stuff. So
Did you paint this garage?
yeah,
Did you use lead paint?
no. Can you see I bounced the roller off the ceiling all the way the other day? Of
He
course I
said
paint.
lead paint. He said lead. Is this floor made out of lead?
I mean, something's blocking the signal here.
Got to be the Swiss tracks.
I mean, hold on,
That's
Superman,
funny.
can you see us wherever you're at? Yeah, that's what I thought. No,
yeah,
I got a
no.
nothing from him.
We got kryptonite in the building. Are they still hearing us pretty well? So everything's
Is
fine?
everybody still doing okay?
We should be good
out
with just
there?
audio.
I've only had like all of you say it was good at one point. Can all of you say it again? I
Yeah.
wonder. By the way, share this non-video live video stream out to everybody.
Yeah, please don't till we chop it.
So what are the okay? We got questions.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
take questions. Let's do that.
Good. There are questions. So what are the updates? That's one question. Our BFF says something about having so many questions with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 7 question marks at the end of that. So there's a lot of questions.
A lot of
there,
questions.
apparently.
You know what we didn't do yet? We didn't thank our sponsors
We did not thank our sponsors
because
because we haven't done this in a minute.
they probably don't want us to with
And
the
they're probably
quality of
wondering
the show.
If we fell off the edge of the earth, because apparently, according to some people, there is an edge of the earth.
Yeah.
It's weird how there could be an edge of a sphere, but
Yeah.
whatever.
But we got our sponsors. Let's give a shout out to them.
Hey, let's give a shout out to some sponsors.
Ridgeline
All right.
Motorsports. Ridgeline Motorsports.
Ridgeline Motorsports in the house.
Yep. Uncorked.
Uncorked wine and spirits. If you are anyone, I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you got to drive 3 hours away to get to Uncorked wine and spirits. Just go. Some of the most advanced liquor store.
What do you
in
call
the
them?
world. I
Not
don't know. What does advanced liquor store even mean? What does that mean when I say that?
High end.
I meant like,
High end.
When I say advanced, I mean like it's got the bee's knees of choices.
The high end.
And the knowledge behind all these
Yeah.
choices. If you don't know what you want to drink, if you're thinking about becoming an alcoholic, go see Uncorked Wine and Spirits, because they're going to have everything and all the knowledge it is to take you to go into a drunken binge.
That's right. And they got what do you call them?
And they're just really nice.
Not
They're
not
very
concierges, but what do you call them? What's the guy that knows everything about wines, and what do you call those guys?
An expert.
No, there's a name for them. I guarantee you, Sean's going to tell us here in a second.
They are an expert.
Yeah.
They are. It's right. Oh,
Yeah.
They went away.
You know what I'm talking about?
know.
Like a concierge of wine.
They are. Yeah. They. Well, come on, man.
Yeah.
Help
What are you
us out over here.
here for?
Demure's not that deep, man. I just found the word demure today that's
Yeah.
going all over the internet.
Yeah.
What's that?
Demure means it's cool.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Me neither.
Instagram Reels, it's all over there.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know what? Most of them, they're probably just taking a word and saying this is what it
Yep.
means. It doesn't mean that's what it means.
We got our good friend Tim, Timely Delivery. He was out at a show.
Very cool.
KC Showdown. He won.
A connoisseur. Thank you, BFF.
Connoisseur. There you go.
I knew exactly what he was talking about, too, but he messed me up by saying a concierge. No, it's not a
Concierge.
guy at a hotel.
Concierge.
Okay? Yeah, it's not the guy that's going to be like, can I get a new room key?
Concierge.
So the night's
There you go.
concert.
A connoisseur. Yes,
Connoisseur.
that is extremely what that is exactly what those guys are.
There you go.
That run that place. They are phenomenal. Tell them Craving Cars sent you. They will hook you up with the Craving Cars discount of wonderful times.
Yep.
I don't think there's an actual percentage, but that's okay. Not the point.
I know we're forgetting
I go there
somebody.
And pay full price because I want to support them. I don't ask for a discount. Just buy their shit, will you?
Yeah.
God.
They're good people.
Timely Delivery Service. You just said that with Tim. Tim, amazing dude. One of our sponsors for that helped us with some shirts that we still have a few to give away yet.
Yep.
So at our next event, I tell you what, let's just do our best to let people know as big as a heads up that, hey, you just got to come to this event, so we can do a Craving Cars thing within whatever event, so we can hand some stickers out, some shirts out. This stuff needs to be on your back. These stickers need to be stuck on your forehead or wherever else you'd like to put stickers, like on a cabinet or a car or a lead painted wall. Either one.
There you go. All that works together.
But
we'd show you that Will has one on,
hey,
but
of course, don't
we
forget
can't.
about We Are Warriors. Warriors.
That's right. You know what he's been rocking, man.
Man, he comes up with some really. Oh, so we are warriorsapparel.com. Check them out. They are. They got some awesome stuff, which I wish I kind of had their shirt on right now because it breathes better than our shirt.
Yeah, and these are nice, but you know, yeah.
Well, it's. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Keep craving, everybody.
I mean, even
Let's do this. What kind of apparel would you guys like to see next? I'm looking at the cameras if you guys can see me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hi, everybody. Is there a certain type of thing that we don't have that you want to see more of?
You know what? I just realized I can lean back
like
now.
Apparel stuff. Maybe you want a different kind of sticker. Maybe you want Chris
Hats.
to give you a shoulder massage or something. I don't know. Just let us know. Hats. Oh, yeah, there's that. That's what I meant.
Yeah, there you go. With all
Shoulder massage, hats. It's the same thing.
yeah.
Mugs.
Mugs.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that.
I'm like, yeah.
You know why? Because you can take the sticker and just stick it on the mug.
Well, mine's been on there for almost
Yeah, you've got like
almost a year.
Craving Cars or Rigs and Roast.
Well, mine says Crave G.
We're going to do another Rigs and Roast. We don't have anything in the schedule yet because I just got back in town yesterday, and we haven't scheduled anything. But I also want it to be cooler out when we do it.
Yeah.
We've had enough heat. Let's not do an event in the heat. We're taking off more than likely next week to Eureka Springs,
You will be. I'll be here.
Arkansas.
I'll be here doing Casey Showdown. You're going to Eureka.
Okay. Which one you want to talk about first?
What? Eureka. Let's talk about that.
Eureka Springs, Arkansas. You've seen a video or two from Craving Cars from this event. All German car show down there at it's a gorgeous place. It's fantastic. It typically tends to be hot when we go, but at the same time, it's towards the end of August, so it could actually be good too. You never know. It kind of goes back and forth. If it's nice out, it's probably because it's going to rain. That's usually how it is. If it doesn't rain, it's just hot.
That's right. It's always hot. It's always muggy some way.
It's a lovely place that is. It's like that's just the downtown. Even it's so many different levels. I don't mean levels of coolness or levels of whatever. Like literal levels.
Yeah.
Where you're constantly having to go uphill stairs. They built the town. It used to be. It was like a mining town, and they just built things where they could.
Yep.
So they didn't level things off. They didn't take cliffs down. They didn't make the streets where okay, let's dynamite these rocks out of the way so we can. No, they just made it go above and around it, and it's just. But it makes it kind of cool and unique that way.
Yeah.
And I like it. But anyways, we got a few of those out there. I don't know what kind of video we're going to end up shooting when we go out there or when I go out there this year. It's probably going to be a little different. I'll update you. We'll have some fun with that, providing we're still taking the van out there. I actually still don't know because it depends what the insurance company wants to do because we have a damaged van.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was sad. I don't think we haven't been on a show since you had that happen.
Talk about that either. So yeah, there's been some sad things that's happened with the van.
Damn
It
wheel.
still runs. We're still on about it. It's just there's damage on it now that wasn't there before, like a fair little amount, sort of. I say little amount because it's a fair amount of damage.
I'd be pissed.
But all the damage is light damage. There's just a lot of light damage.
Yeah.
And I am. I'm actually probably not sound like I am, but inside it, I think about it. I keep wanting to like.
The more I look at it, I'm like.
Because it's his fault. No, it's not Chris.
Well, it's Will's fault. Damn internet
if
causing
it wasn't for his
damage.
internet, my van would be fine. No.
We got to teach Will how to just jump into our conversations. He just sit there.
No, I'm going to get to that in a second. So we'll
Yeah, if hell.
I'm going to update about my surgery because I know we went on that one time. I remember, if you guys remember me in a sling.
Yeah.
I was fresh out of surgery at that point. Recovery's doing pretty good. I only got a few more weeks or so to go, probably of physical therapy, where I can actually start lifting better weights and holding cameras a lot easier. But that's doing a lot better. It's on the climb of excellent. But even after the physical therapy, it's probably going to take another year to get that extra, to go from that like 70-80% to 100.
Yeah, you're having that.
That's just normal healing. It's just going to take it.
Yeah, you're having that movement issue where you can't move that
Yeah.
much, or you move
That's
too quick.
really good too.
Yeah.
I can actually reach straight up. I got to go slow, but I can reach straight up. I showed Will that earlier. It used to be at one point I couldn't even go parallel with the ground. Not long ago.
You got turned all the way top of your head.
I still have an interesting time in the shower trying to reach my back, but other than that, that's what the loofah's for. On a stick. On a stick.
Only
I
thick.
got a loofah on a stick right next to my jalapeno.
That's all right.
Anyways, BFF says we need bandanas.
Oh yeah, you know that is kind of cool.
We could really use those right now
I know.
in the sweating cesspool of Will
Welcome to my sweat box with no internet. It's actually an Avengers letter.
This is the best studio ever.
This is basically what we'd have during apocalypse because the internet would completely be over anyways, so nobody would even hear us.
That's
at this
right.
point.
That's
so
right.
this is still better than that.
Yeah. Will, it's been good knowing you. Thanks for everything.
Okay, what are we doing?
And then next week I'm doing KC Showdown's Magic Touch Car Show. Going on.
That sounds perverted.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what that.
Is there a guy named Mike leading that one up? Oh, Magic Mike?
Probably. It's in Lewisburg, Kansas.
Lewisburg, Kansas. Okay.
Yep.
That's where they do the cider fest and all that stuff, and
noon to 6.
and cider, and they also have cider there.
Yep.
You know, this is in Lewisburg. A lot of people don't realize there's an observatory in Lewisburg.
You know what? I didn't even know where
There
Lewis.
was an observatory in Lewisburg, like a big giant 30-inch wide telescope.
No.
Yeah. It's not as cool as it used to be because the town, when it was first built, was much smaller. And now there's a lot of light pollution because the town has grown.
Oh, really?
But however, there is still there. You can see probably some of the most amazing things in space. Next closest one is probably 800 miles away. So, just saying.
So I'll be there.
That's good.
And then, Will, what do you have going on next week?
Next week?
Next week. Not this week. We haven't talked about this week yet.
I'm just trying to get through this week.
I know, right?
Not the next week.
You still haven't decided what you're doing this week. You put.
Well, I got talked into going to Camaro Fest.
Okay. Where's that at?
It's going to be over at the E.H. Young Park by the Argus
Oh,
Casino.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many are they
Fest.
expecting there?
I don't know. The last time I went was 2 years ago to Camaro Fest, 2 or 3 years ago, and I think I got 2 or 3 20-minute videos out of it.
How many cars do you think it was?
Wow, is that busy?
It was at least 150, 200. I mean,
That's pretty good.
I
think that's
wanted,
pretty good anyways.
I really wanted to go to domestics and imports last week, but the truth of the matter was, after I got through with the Leavenworth Cruiser show, I didn't realize how many. There were 250 cars there. So by the time I got through walking around all those cars, I was just literally too tired to go.
Well, maybe you need to exercise more, Will.
Well, it's hot. Well, it wasn't hot last week, but walking around on grass,
Last week, what are
walking
you talking
around
about?
cars.
Last week was nice.
Yeah, well, it's
Although I was not
Yeah.
here.
In Alaska, it was nice.
You know what? In Alaska, it was nice, and I can tell you for sure that it was because
No,
that's where I was at.
It was pretty good here. 70s, 80s. It wasn't
walking
too
around those
bad, but
cars
then
on that grass, so it takes a lot out of you. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah, it's like walking on sand.
Yeah,
just-
it's a lot of extra work walking around on grass.
Yeah. I was trying to look up Camaro Fest, but
I'm already not going to read Stephen Miller's comment because I already knew he was going to make a
that's stupid.
negative
About a Camaro Fest,
comment
yeah.
towards anything that's GM related, for that matter.
Oh, is he going to be going to the Fox Body thing out at Flying H Drag Strip this weekend? With his Fox Body?
There's a Fox Body thing at
Yeah.
at
I didn't know that
so-called
either.
drag strip.
Yep. Fox Body returns this weekend. Flying H Drag Strip. Friday and Saturday.
There's a
Oh,
link.
there you go, Stephen. Why don't you? I mean, they got a really good runoff that kind of goes uphill, so you don't need brakes. So you can just drive there, and yeah.
Speaking of mechanical issues, I'm just glad we finally got a fuel pump put in the Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
Got that done Tuesday.
You know what? There's too many Camaro Fests on Facebook. I can't
You know
find
what
the
they
right
need
one.
now? Where's the Malibu Fest?
The Chevelle Fest?
No, Malibu Fest.
Hey,
Oh, for Chris?
I want to make sure Chris gets involved in one of these.
it's
fests.
probably one of my. Hey, it's my best running car I got. What do you want me to
Stephen
tell
says
you?
it's Fox Hunt. Is that what it's called? Is that what they call it at Flying H? Is it Fox Hunt? Oh, he says
There's a link on the ACCKC events page for events at the Flying Edge Drag Strip, and I always forget to click on it just to see what's going on out there.
Yeah, it is.
Stephen, I can't count for.
Oh,
what,
it is. Yeah, it's
what
Fox
Chris
Hunt.
calls it.
It's Fox Hunt.
I never know what his.
Sorry,
I think he just makes up half the stuff he says, anyways. That's fine.
it is Fox Hunt.
It's Fox Hunt. Thank you for straightening out
Yeah, no wonder he's not going.
the lesser half of the show. Anyways, so.
And I guarantee you, he didn't know that.
You have-
He just looked it up real quick.
You know what? He might have known it.
I don't think so.
He's part of a lot of these Fox Body forums and things like that, and groups, and he's probably doing it. I wouldn't doubt it. He's a pretty knowledgeable man when it comes to fox bodies or hunts.
That's true.
Oh, it's an old event. It used to happen at the KCIR a long time ago. And we know that was a long time ago because it's been a while.
It's KCIR.
Yeah, you already knew it. It's fox hunt. Have you ever been to a fox hunt, Stephen? Do you ever take your own car? Oh yeah, you have. He's been there before. With his old Mustangs. He has his old Fox Body Mustangs. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost sure of it. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. You can call me out if you like, Stephen, or you can disagree with me and say you're right. I have been there. I've got pictures. It's nothing to do with Fox Body. Oh well, there you go, Stephen. Stephen, thank you once again.
Yeah.
Chris's information is
Inaccurate.
Is
I'm not as good as Will.
par none.
I don't check my facts.
You just hear something that says Fox and thinking,
That's right.
hey, it turns out it's like when he's probably fox hunting, you know what it is? It's a bunch of guys with hounds
On horses.
with overalls
That's right.
and flannels with a big weird hat and on horses with guns.
I'm the Kamala Harris of
That's probably what it
Craving
really
Cars
is. It just so
Live.
happens it's happening in the woods around a flying H. It's probably not accident to do with the drag strip at all.
No, it's fox
And
hunt.
that's why it used to be at KCIR. There's woods around there too, and
Yeah.
you should just hunt for foxes.
Yeah, bring your dogs.
Jeez. You got a hound? Bring it to the fox hunt. Or a Malibu.
Don't forget the
That works
bugle.
too.
You got to have a bugle.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, however that goes.
So, Will, what's going on with you, my friend? We've been chatting enough.
Yeah, let's let you talk.
I've just been like everybody else, suffering in his heat.
All right, that's enough. Anyways, so,
All right, good job. Thanks, Will, for the internet.
Well, you've been going to events because I will say I haven't
Yeah.
been in town for the last couple weeks. I've been checking out the car scene elsewhere.
And you know what? And I haven't seen you
Isn't
at
that amazing?
any, and I've been going to the car shows last couple of weeks, and I haven't seen you because you're doing more the outside Kansas City car shows. You're not really going
Isn't that
into
all
the
of
big.
them?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
We're
I've been
past World of Wheels. I don't think there's any other ones that are indoors.
I've been trying to stay within about a 12 to 15 mile radius of my house because of the issues we have with the Alpha.
Oh shit! So there's a lot of
Really
tractor shows.
I wanted to go to Lone Jack last Sunday. We always go to the Built to Perform car show out there at the high school, but I was just concerned I couldn't get there. So the plan was to go to Leavenworth and then swing by Denny's show and do domestics and imports.
Mm-hmm.
But I was giving out.
I was there. That was a good show.
I
It was
bet
a long
I
show.
Did you go to that one?
Yeah, I was.
Do you have any?
Yeah, we
content
provided-
to show the people for later on.
No, we provided the music.
Oh,
for
that's
it.
right. You did the music, so you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, I figured like you at least go around and take some pictures, but not if you're a busy
Yeah.
DJ.
No, there's always so many photographers at these shows that it's like taking pictures. It's like,
Well, that's all great and dandy, but I'm talking about a few pictures so we can post it for ourselves.
yeah. Well, you were missing, so I was like, nobody wants to just
You
see
know, like the
my
things
beautiful
that I
face.
do occasionally.
They-
Occasionally do. I don't do it all the time.
They had a lot of stuff going on. This is the first one I've ever seen them do the pop.
There's a hot
Part of
fest
it?
going on this weekend
The
too.
pop.
Yeah, yeah. They
Talking about the hydraulics.
Pops, yeah.
they call it pop. I don't know what it is.
Is
but
that what they're calling it nowadays?
that's? I thought it was jump, but they said pop, so it's pop.
Then what's is that?
We're the
what's
lowriders.
new phrase. What's the new phrase to call that?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that's fly. That's an old one.
Lots of good lowriders there.
Fleek? What's that one?
It was a very big lowrider turnout.
How about this? Oh, it was?
Yeah.
That's surprising because we have a pretty good community of lowriders.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot going on throughout the night.
There's a lot at like a lot of lowriders there, or not a lot of lowriders.
A lot of lowriders.
There was there. But
Yeah.
Not a lot competing with the.
I think they had six or seven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty good. I
Okay,
mean,
that's not bad then.
different. I mean, I haven't seen Casey Showdown do that, right? They normally do the audio base war thing, and then they, they do the regular car show. This is the first time I've seen them do the pop.
There's a Wild West Showdown lowrider block party and hop contest
Hop
So they're
contest.
just calling
in
it
Kansas
hop
City,
now.
Kansas Day.
I mean, I guess they kind of always called it that, but
Hop pop.
no, they really called it that.
There were some that got pretty high.
I think they
pretty
should redo
amazed.
those contests because most of them they don't even sit in the cars, right? Like almost
They
none of
don't.
them.
They stand outside.
they stand
I
Yes.
think
outside
they need to
remote.
change that. They need to do it while they're in the car.
You'd break your back.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you.
then maybe they won't. I was like, they won't. Maybe it'll be a more interesting competition then, wouldn't it? What are they going to do now? Pole vaulting in the Olympics where they don't even run? They just They use a remote control pole and it flings some bag over the line.
Yeah,
Or
AI is going to
artificial
take
body.
over. AI is going to take over, and it'll be exactly.
That's
right.
right.
No, you need
That's
to
right.
make this real. This is, what if they enter hopping into the Olympics in 5 years?
They had
Hey,
breakdancing.
Or
hey,
figures.
better than what they've had in
Yeah,
the
they did
Olympics.
have breakdancing, and it was awful.
It wasn't called breakdancing though. It was
wasn't?
no. It was.
I was told it was awful.
It starts with it's retarded. It's not even breakdancing. Yes, they're doing breakdance moves, right? Like they're spinning on their back and they're trying to get up on their head, but they
How
can't.
was that judged? I mean, I guess it'd be judged nothing different than figure skating. If everybody does a perfect figure skating routine, they still got to judge on which one they liked better.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
the judges
Basically
came
all
from
it
the
is.
'80s.
Yeah.
They're not going to know what the hell's going on there, right?
Well, if the judges were alive in the '80s doing breakdancing, I mean,
I could tell you every
Look at judges.
break dancer from the '80s was better than anybody that was in the Olympics.
You could tell every
It
breakdancer
was
from the
stupid.
80s because that's how old you are.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
that's right. I know. I used to break dance. I could do better than they do, and I'm 57.
With or without breaking your hip.
I probably do both, but
I would look good and break my hip.
That's right.
That's extra points.
That's
Chris,
right.
we would need a
That's
chiropractor
like,
on the side.
That's like riding the car during your hop
right.
contest.
I joined the women's competition.
Oh God.
And still come in fourth
Right. Probably.
out of 5.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Is that because you got the boobs to
Probably. You know what? Probably is. I'm about ready to have to upgrade my bra size.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Maybe you might get some implants.
B
so it's not
cups.
sagging so much.
Gonna have to go to
You gotta
B
get a
cups.
lifter.
I need to do lifts. Underwire.
Oh,
Underwire. There you go.
There you go.
there you are.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
This is
This
this is typically a car show, everybody. Just let you know.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, well, why don't we talk a little bit more cars? What should we do? Should we tell them a van update?
Yeah, I want to hear about the van.
Yeah, Will needs to hear about the van.
I've heard it enough, so you guys go ahead.
All right, see you later, buddy. Have a good night. Chris is walking off. There he goes. Oh, he's pouting. He's like Charlie Brown walking off. Or he's like Linus with his little blanket dragging off the ground.
That's
behind
because you said I couldn't beat women.
him. I did too. Or I did not, I mean. I just followed his side, didn't I? Dang it.
Yeah, you did.
I said you beat 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Beating a wife
That's
doesn't
just
count,
because
though.
you're.
What happened to
Oh,
the
wait.
van?
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean like that. All right, so the van, we were going, okay. We hit 20,000 miles on the van. Yay, whatever. That's a service check, 20,000 miles
Not now.
on it. And so we were getting it ready to go do a service check, head over to Mercedes, do its oil change and some other things, a little just stupid stuff. And well, we go to start the van, and it starts up. A bunch of warning lights were going off on the dash. I'm like, well, that's weird. Not warning lights. Well, yeah, warning lights, like systems not functioning correctly, a couple little things like that. And then all of a sudden, all right, well, put in reverse. It won't go out of park. Can't go in drive, can't go in reverse. And it just says, don't put it in drive, needs, service or something, a service attended. And I'm like, well, I can't put it in drive because you won't let me put it in drive. Like
And you're still at
it's
the
an
dealer.
electronic thing. It was at home. It was
Okay.
parked at home. But so I'm like, well, that sucks. Well, it's under warranty. And so we call him up, and we're like, okay, I stopped in. I went over to our Mercedes dealer, our closest one. We have 2 in Kansas City area, and I talked to him. And he called one of his techs and says, yeah, that has sounded like something that has happened before. He's seen it before, so that's okay. They gave me the 800 number. Call the tow service. Roadside assistance, whatever. They'll come tow it and bring it in the shop. Okay, that's fine. So the next morning, call him. Oh, it's going to take 60 to 90 minutes. I'm like, that's okay. I mean, I got to go to work, but whatever. I'll have to hold up. I did it first thing in the morning. And then the guy showed up in, I swear to God, 10 minutes. And I'm like, this is going to be a good day. I can't. What did you know when I was going to call? You're just sitting there around the block? And he's like, yeah, it just worked out really well. And it had to work. So it was in a parking spot. And since we couldn't move it out of park, he had to feign dangle a little bit to get it out. So I'm doing hand gestures if people can see me. They had to feign dangle it out of the parking spot so they can get it onto the flatbed. And, of course, he's asking the weight of it and the height of it because it's a 10-foot tall van that weighs 9,000 pounds. So luckily they sent a truck that was big enough for that. He can handle the weight. The van will actually fit. And with the height, he would still be under 14 feet, which is technically I think he had to be around 13.5 or below, and that's where he was at. So he's all good. Apparently that wasn't good enough. So that all went well, and he got it on there, and he took off. He's like, okay, I will. I'll be up at the dealership later. Talk to him. Good luck. Let me know when it gets there. Blah 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 blah. He gets about around the block, and snags a power line on the top of a van with the roof rack.
Ooh.
Rips one of the poles directly, snaps it right off the ground. Starts dragging it before he realizes he snagged it. So now my roof rack. So technically, the roof's so big on that thing that technically there's 2 roof racks. Well, the front roof rack now is pushed into the back roof rack, and the brackets are bent to hell. The passenger side with the sliding door, the one I needed the most. For some reason, my computer just shut off. There it goes. Anyways, the side that we used the most, the cable came down and scratched the door.
Not only scratched it,
back,
it bent
rear
your
fender,
frame.
And the roof part is dented. Kind of ripply dented
So,
all the way to the
yeah,
sliding door.
Yeah, like where the sliding door
Yeah, where the sliding door is up top
rail
meets the roof
is.
rack. Yep.
It kind of like pushed the metal into it.
And
so
with it, and I've got an awning. I got a 10-foot wide awning that goes between both roof racks, and because of that, my awning has a bend in it, and I hope it's not ruined. But if it is, they're going to buy me another awning, I guess. So that's all that. Well, the thing is that happened shortly, and we had to get everything else ready and together, and to leave out of town for a couple weeks, not with the van, but on our vacation. So it's not in the shop yet.
And the other,
I told the insurance adjuster, so obviously they have insurance with the tow truck people, and they're going to pay for it and stuff. But now it's like, that's a custom van, right? Like
Yeah.
the build out in the back and all the camper van stuff, that's not OEM stuff. Well, where it's dented is that part of the roof. Which means to fix that, everything's got to be taken apart. And I'm going to guarantee they're not going to know how to take it apart, and they're not going to know how to put it back together. So that's going to be a sticky situation on them actually fixing it properly, if they even can fix it.
yeah, so it's like if you look at your roof here, right? It's like a cloud. There's no seams.
Yeah.
It's all one piece. So you got to take the whole cloud down, which means the whole ceiling piece comes down in 1 or 2 pieces. But do they know how to put it back together? It's not OEM. It's
You
custom.
need to take this back to where they made the van.
That's what I told them.
Birmingham, Alabama.
They'll pay
They
for
can
it.
pay for it.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to bring up to.
Yep.
I go, if this is going to all get fixed properly, this is what needs to happen. We need to get the van shipped down to Birmingham, so where Birmingham can take the roof part off, or the ceiling inside off. Take whatever part that needs to come apart for them to fix it. Then it needs to go to a body shop around there. Hopefully I don't know any shop in there, so hopefully they do a good job. I don't know, right? And I can't be there to stop to check it out before signing off on it, unless they're going to pay for me to go down
I'd
to
make
Birmingham.
them pay for you to fly down to Birmingham.
And then they'll have to, once they fix it, then get it back over to Storyteller so they can put it back together on the inside.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's...
Not to mention, there's a lot of electronics above that cloud. Your awning is powered, so it's not like it's manual.
Right.
All that wiring is above that cloud, so it's like
But let me ask you a question. Will Storyteller fix the van?
They're not a body shop. So...
right.
They need it delivered to them, and
They would have to still take it to someone who could do the metal work on and paint work and all that. They don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
They do everything else, like the decals you see on my van, all that stuff. Yeah, sure, they can lay all that stuff in, but they're not a body shop. They're not. They don't work quite that way.
And they're going to have to probably
They're an outfitter. They're not a body shop.
yeah, they're probably going to have to take it to Storyteller first,
Yep.
let them take the system apart,
Yep.
then send it to a body shop, and then take it back to Storyteller to have it all put back together correctly.
That's what I got Ruck for. So repeat everything I just said.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you,
That's-
Chris.
You're welcome. I was doing it in English
Told you I
this
have a
time.
drinking problem.
I was doing it in English.
That's just that's horrible.
Yeah.
I was doing it in English. True you.
I don't know what you were speaking Chinese. stuff.
So yeah, I mean that's where we're at there, and it's annoying. What's the most annoying is that there was no damage on that van.
Yeah.
No, none.
And
you're
at
gonna be
least,
without
at least
it.
let me be the first one to bang it on something or dent it on a rock when I'm off-roading or on some trail that we haven't had a chance to really go on yet. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, let me be the first one to screw with it.
And here
Yeah.
you are having to make payments on a van that you can't even drive because it's
Well, you can drive
I
it.
can drive it.
It's just,
I can't use the awning now.
Right.
I would
doesn't
not. I
suit
would
the
not
purpose
attach
you posted
anything to the
for.
roof rack.
That's
because,
right.
Because the right now I don't feel safe with the roof rack, the front part of the roof rack, because the front two brackets on the front part of the roof rack are bent something fierce. One of them's like it's half. Like I wouldn't want a strong wind to grab that son of a bitch, and this thing gets ripped off the roof because the
Right.
brackets are busted. And I'm also worried about the little grooves on the roof of vehicles.
Yes.
Like some like I think I'm looking at yours. You have more where they already have a thing there where it can clamp on or whatever the case is. Well, some have the grooves in the roof, as I'm still doing hand gestures for everybody to not see. And in those
Talk with our
grooves,
hands.
you slide the roof rack things in them, you bolt them down. I'm just hoping that's not tweaked.
like my Jeep.
Yes.
Like the ones on my
I'm
Jeep. Yeah.
just hoping that that's not bent to where it's like, no matter if they put new brackets on there now, it's something's going to sit
It's
wrong.
gotta be tweaked.
Or
I
it's, or it's being pulled from the roof part itself.
Yeah.
Can you tell? This thing hit a power line, snapped a freaking power pole.
Yeah, pull. Which you know what? That gives testament to how strong that roof rack was.
Well,
Yeah.
do you have any damage to the
here's
upper
the-
shell of the frame?
You want to know the crazy part about that? He didn't just snap the pole and he dragged it a few feet. Are you ready for this? He snapped the pole, it drug it over a shed, over a motorhome, over a Dodge Ram pickup truck. I'm sorry, it's just a Ram pickup truck, not Dodge. Ram pickup truck smashed in the roof, the windshield, and the hood of the truck, and then drug it off the truck before he realized he was pulling something. Like before it
How
broke.
fast was he driving?
15 miles an hour.
Bullshit. Oh,
He hadn't even completely cleared a parking lot yet.
Hey, don't be fucking cussing on our show.
bullshit.
Yeah, Will doesn't cuss.
Yeah, we don't cuss.
Goody two-shoe.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean that in a good way.
But no, it is sad.
He ain't mean and rude like Chris and I.
No.
He's a nice guy. So yeah, I mean, could the damage been even worse? Yeah, probably. But I don't really care if it's a pinhole or a tiny little. Oops! I actually brushed it up to where it looks like a small little key mark. I don't give a fuck. They damaged it,
Yeah.
and it pisses me off.
We got upset every time we saw the slightest
And
scratch
here's
on
the
it.
thing, and you know what? They wanted to talk to me about, well, the power line were obviously too low. Like, you're right, they're supposed to be at least 15 feet, and it would have been fine, but it was sagging low. And here's the other thing, is I had no issue with the power line because it was a dead power line. It wasn't even an active power line. But there was a cable line going across it from Spectrum,
Bastards.
and they hang up too low, and that's what snagged it.
I
And
can
it ripped-
see
it
that.
ripped the rest of it.
I can see that.
And they were told to ask them to come hang it higher, and they never did. But apparently, because
But you know what?
because it wasn't on
That's
a
their
major
problem.
road, it didn't have to be 15 feet. That's not really regulation.
That's not your problem, though.
Nope.
right. Well, they wanted to put off to me. It's like, well, whose fault is it? It's like, okay, who was the last one to touch it that damaged it? You're the one that's paying for it.
Yeah,
You
Right.
can fight to Spectrum or whoever you want to get. the
That's
money
right.
back.
That's exactly
But I'm not
right.
going to them. You got to be fucking crazy.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah,
That's
you're
like
not
the
jumping
law.
through hoops.
But that guy's tow truck guy, the boss, did come out. I was nice. I told the guy, it's just like, he did a good job up to this point. And so I'm not bad about it. It sucks. It's a crappy situation. But now, when I was like that way, I didn't see what all the damage it did until a little afterwards. It didn't look like it hardly did anything until I looked at it closer once it got to the Mercedes dealership, and I realized, I should have ripped that guy's head off.
Yeah.
Well, wait till you
The
start
boss,
disassembling
not
these
the driver,
parts.
but necessarily the boss. But the boss did get everything in motion. I've got a police report for it, and they made their claim. I have that relationship with their insurance. Now it's just a matter of what are they going to do to fix it.
Yep.
That's where we're sitting right now. So
Because there's got to be
so
a.
that's that. It sucks. We're still using it, but I have an awning I can't use right now. I even tried to look to see if can I replace the brackets.
There probably
They're
has
gonna
to
have
be
to order
30
them
grand
themselves.
worth of damage.
Well, the thing is, I don't even trust a body shop to mess with the roof rack. That's not an OEM thing.
Right.
I don't trust them to touch anything that's not OEM. And actually, I'll be honest, I don't know if you guys have any dealings with body shops, but over my lifetime of let's see, one time we had
Yeah.
a deer, my wife was going down the road, a deer just ran right inside of the car. We had that happen. I've been rear-ended a couple different times. I was avoiding getting hit by someone, and am I stupid? Instead of just hitting the brake, I thought, I can just swerve, hurry up out of the way in a parking garage, and clipped one of the pillars.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I was so mad at myself for doing that. But so it's been probably 5 different body shops, and they've been different. A long time ago, my Jeep Wrangler, I had ice slide off a roof and smash the windshield and the hood, and had a body shop do that. So with 5 or 6, then let's just whatever, right? Body shops. Never have I been satisfied with any of them.
No.
They've all come back, and I'm like, well, that's not right. And one of them, there was a big hailstorm we had, and I had my 03 Nissan Sentra, which not the one I had an 04 one.
The yellow one.
When you and I met. But
yeah.
I used to have an 03 version. It was still yellow, weirdly enough. And the guy did an excellent job with the dents, but unfortunately some were so big that it still cracked the paint on some of them. So it did have to get a paint job. That paint job, whatever shop they went to, the yellow panels didn't match colors.
That's right.
There was paint running and all kinds of stuff. And they're like, well, we'll have to get it back in and get it repainted. I'm like, ah. And they lucked out, got paid on the job, and never had to repaint it because a couple weeks later, I fell asleep at the wheel, ran into a tree, and totaled the car. They got lucky. But either way, it's like I've never been happy with the body shop.
Color matching is
I'm
probably...
worried about this, too. There's a body shop locally to here that is very highly spoke of, that does all of the high-end dealerships, stuff like Mercedes. They do all of Porsche, Rivian. They're the only ones in town that really do their work.
Yeah.
And if they're living up to BMWs and Porsches and all that stuff,
you could pretty
like
much,
to think I can trust them.
And you know what?
The van,
your van's fairly new enough that the paint hasn't faded that much, right?
So it should be easy to kind of blend it in.
Yeah, you would think so.
My thing is I've seen it where they've painted it and I'm like, all right.
Oh, I know.
Sure, it looks good, but I can still tell that you've painted that and that's not original.
Yep.
And that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be some of that. I mean, you can't perfectly match orange peel, for example. But you can deadgum sure match the color of the paint to the car, and a proper painter can fade that in.
That's right.
To where you can barely tell it's there. I mean, is it going to be perfect 100%? Probably not. But dang, it should be 95, 96%.
It shouldn't be that noticeable. When my daughter's car got smashed in the front, they repainted the front, and you can tell it looked like you went to a junkyard and bought brand new or you ordered brand new panels that didn't match the car at all. Even my Audi, when I had the front done, they had to repaint the front twice because the blacks didn't match. And in Missouri, it has to be a match panel. It's not go buy the new paint. They have to match the car. That's just how Missouri
We have
is.
so many guns, the Spectrum guns and things out nowadays that can tell you exactly how to mix your paint.
Exactly. You could spray paint a piece, match it, say, okay, that's not it. Let me make it look a little worn, weathered, whatever, right, where it's faded a little bit. They should be able to do that and match it pretty well. Not just,
Especially with clear coat cars nowadays.
Yeah, because most of the time,
I mean, because you're right. I mean, there are 1,000 different shades of white. There's 1,000 different shades of black. There's 1,000 different shades of everything.
They go off of a code.
It's a good thing they only had to, work on your Audi and not the Malibu, because when they have to deal with such a high-end vehicle such as that, it's very hard. It's like a Rolls Royce, for instance.
That's how they should be treating your van.
That's right.
Your van is a specialty type vehicle.
I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to come back and say we're going to total it.
I don't think they'd do that.
I don't think so, but
not for the car. Not for that.
I agree. Even if you're $30,000, that's
$30,000 more than when I bought it.
That's right. That's right.
So if they were to replace it, because there's a...
I see the insurance company trying to cheap out, though.
Oh, of course they do.
You may have to get a lawyer involved in this process.
You know what? And that's the problem you run into with body shops. It's not always necessarily the body shop. They have to rely on what the insurance says.
It's actually, that's okay with the insurance company because they have the best insurance company in the world. That's an oxymoron, by the way, because there is no best insurance company in the world. They all suck.
Yeah. So they're the best part of shit, basically.
They're better than bad, but not good. Here we go.
They're not G1 insurance company.
That is the name, actually. No. All right. Enough of that. I'm depressing myself.
Yeah, let's move on. I know.
I'm sorry about the chat. I hope you don't have any questions about the van. You'll still see it. It's out there. The tow truck guy, by the way, did manage, after they got the power line off of it, to get it the rest of the way to the dealership, and the service was done on it. They fixed my issue, and turns out all the warning lights on it is because a rodent didn't shoot a wire. So I had to pay for some of it. Turns out I had, on my insurance, a rodent coverage.
Oh, did you?
They reimbursed me for most of it.
Some wiring they chewed
There
into.
was a little bit of a $100 deductible I didn't get back, but whatever it was. I forgot what it was, but it was decent enough to where we went ahead and did it, which I thought was weird. that
I wonder if that
the
came
insurance
from.
company was treating it like my insurance company said, oh, we got to go out, we got to investigate, we got to look at this. And they saw the bill, and to fix it was like $400 something or something. And I think they were thinking it was going to be thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking the whole system was like ruined or something, like replacing all the computer and all the wire harnesses. Like
Shorted something out.
They just repaired a wire.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
But it was the computer wire. So throughout newer cars, especially Mercedes, I'm sure this happens with a lot of them, there's one main computer wire that goes around to all of the different systems to where it goes back to the main computer and all that stuff, to where anywhere on the line, if that one wire is interrupted,
The relay's cut
all
off.
the systems are interrupted.
Yeah, the relay will
Which
kick
is
in.
stupid.
Yeah.
But it's less wires they got to run, I guess.
Well, it cuts it off from interrupting
But
the
it
whole
also
system.
makes it, when I
Just
see something like
cuts it.
that happen, knowing I have a wire somewhere that's fucked up, I just got to fix it.
And where is it?
It was in the front, like underneath. I couldn't see it from the top because it was underneath, let's say, like the reservoir, like the windshield washer reservoir.
Okay.
And there was where one of the harness kind of comes in a small stretch from there that apparently it was chewed on by a rodent of some type. I don't know what. I don't have like mice issues in our neighborhood, but we do have a shit ton of squirrels. I wonder if it was a squirrel. I don't know why a squirrel would be jacking with it, but you never know, right?
I've been.
I had a squirrel. So I've got a Jeep Wrangler. You know the hood? They got the little latches with my hand gestures.
Yeah, little rubber latches.
Yeah. Well, I had a squirrel fucking chew on one of those once, and I caught him in the act. I'm like, you motherfucker, get off that. I'm gonna go get a BB
I was
gun.
going to say, because normally it's in a cave, and I don't think there's much rodents in a cave, right?
It was at my house though.
No, I get that,
When it
but
happened.
but
But oh yeah, could it have happened beforehand? I don't know. It had been at my house for almost 2 months.
okay.
So I would assume it would, because we had been driving it a little bit, and it didn't have any issues, no warnings or nothing. So I would think if it would have done it when we had it parked at our storage facility, then it probably would have happened when we picked it up. But I wouldn't think when we store it that there's any mice because it's underground.
Bats.
I wouldn't think so. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I park it right next to the between the Batmobile and
the Porsche
motorcycle.
and the Porsche.
Yeah, and the Porsches are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sadly to say that I have yet to drive since I've been able to drive again.
Well, because
I've only been back driving for. Let me rephrase that. I was only back driving about a month, but then we go on a vacation where I don't get to drive.
yeah. And yours is a manual, so you can't.
It's a manual. I can drive it now because I can steer okay with my left arm. That's where my left shoulder, if anybody didn't know, is the left shoulder I got surgery on. And then, so I should be fine with that. The problem is now that it's been sitting, the battery went bad. So I got to buy a battery. And here's the weird thing. I'm thinking, okay,
You want to?
maybe I don't need a really good battery to just buy something to get me by.
What if yours
My
has
wife-
the same
my
as mine?
wife mentioned that. I'm like, yeah, but I still don't think it'll be cheap for some stupid reason. And sure enough, you can go to O'Reilly's,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever one that battery that say it's for a Porsche, it's still over $300
Yeah, I think.
for like an Everready, a Die Hard.
Yeah.
Any of those brands are still stupid expensive. But
Batteries are
then I'll do a
expensive.
battery for like my Golf, and it's less than half the price.
Yeah, I went when my Audi battery died, and it's probably like yours, right? It's that AGM battery,
Yep.
and
It's an AGM.
it's if you go buy it from Audi, it's like $600.
Yeah.
Go to AutoZone; they have a Duralast one. It's identical, works fine, but it's $200 still.
Oh, mine was than that. It was. I think the cheapest I found was about $300. It made me just under $300.
That's
Was
not,
the
maybe you
cheapest
can
battery.
use mine out of my Audi.
God, I came out to the garage one Saturday morning and I left.
Turns out I got one out of an Audi or an Alpha. Just don't tell the owner.
Come out to the garage, start the golf cart one day, and I left the key on. The battery was dead.
Oh.
I couldn't jump it or anything. So I'm like, okay, I got a car show to get to. I'll just run down to AutoZone. How much can a battery be? $200 for a golf cart battery. I'm like,
Oh my
holy
gosh!
crap!
I don't feel so bad paying for a Porsche battery.
Yeah, the days of $69 batteries are long gone.
Yeah, I thought I'd less than $100.
That's not
for a
true.
battery.
That's not true. I got a package of 4 AA batteries, $59.99.
That's true. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I just
Beat
wanna-
that sucker.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting close to the end of the show.
No, you're not.
Or we can go as long as we want since
Well, I'll tell you what.
we're not paying for this.
We got. What's the other reason we were gone? Chris has been sulking, which is understandable.
You've been.
Will's doing
It's
some-
really your
so
fault.
I wanna
You've
make-
been down all the
oh,
time.
Hey, there was a question earlier. I think it was by Steven, because I talked about being away in different car cultures. He goes, well, what's the car culture like in other places? I'm like, well, it's where I went, which made the car culture a lot cooler.
Yeah.
However, not the kind you're thinking of, because it was Alaska, so it's much cooler, actually.
Overlanders.
Physically cooler. The car culture, you want to know what that's like?
Yeah, what is it?
There isn't one.
It's all Overlanders.
I saw the weirdest thing in one of the towns I would have least likely expected to see it. There was a Nissan GTR. And it wasn't stock either, because you could tell they're not very loud cars. This one was. And it was definitely sitting lower to the ground.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what all had been done to it, but I mean, it sounded good. And it was just, but I'm like, that's a GTR.
You mean sounded good for a V6?
It sounded good for a GTR. How about that?
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I can't believe there's a GTR in this town. In a place where, 8 months out of the year, it's covered in, 5+ feet of snow.
Hey, they all are all-wheel drive.
Maybe they're not from there. I don't know. But it did have Alaska plates on the car. But it was just like, hey, there's a car scene here. Other than that, yes, I did see crap tons of overlanding vehicles.
Yeah.
A lot of Toyotas, a few Jeeps, and some Toyotas.
Some more
maybe
Jeeps.
A Land Rover here and there, but there wasn't much of that either. Oh, Toyotas. There was definitely those. Guess what I didn't see up there, Steven? I know your name is Steven when I'm talking to Steven.
Yeah.
I didn't see any Broncos.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they made it up there yet. Like, no, physically, they tried to drive there and they just couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah, they couldn't get over the border. They couldn't get over the border. That's the problem.
There probably would have been a lot of snowmobiles, but it wasn't the snow season yet. We were at the end of the summer.
You were in the summer there.
Well, there's summers, they say, this is funny, we're going up there and it's like August. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like, what are you talking about? It's very summer still. Not there. So we got lucky. It was great weather. By the way, guys, I was on a cruise. My first ever cruise with my most dearing and lovely wife. And it was her first cruise as well. And our first time in Alaska. So we did an Alaskan cruise. It was a 7-day cruise and a 3-day land tour afterwards. And it's funny because you drive around, hours away at one point when we got off the boat to like Denali National Park and all this stuff. So it has Mount Denali there. It used to be called Mount McKinley. It is the tallest mountain in North America. It's over 20,000 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd they change the name?
I think as the world of mountains go, it's like 30. 30 is tallest or 30-something tallest, whatever. Yeah, somewhere around the 30, whatever. So you put in that spectrum, you're like, okay, there's quite a few. But a good small handful of those are just barely taller than it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
all around it. But it's up there. It's, you go to Pikes Peak and you're thinking that's tall. That's only 14,000 and some change.
Yeah.
So this is over 6,000 feet above
More.
that one. Even.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I didn't see any awesome pics of that one because when we got there, that's when the whole time of the trip where it was clouded over enough to where even though we were in the park, we still couldn't see the damn mountain.
Yeah.
But they say it's that way most of the time. Like once it clears up, oh, it's gorgeous. But then it doesn't clear it for months on time. Which most of our trip it was clear, so we saw other glaciers, walking through the towns. We did a whale watching tour, which we did see up pretty close too. Actually, some really awesome seeing some humpback whales jumping out of the water, doing their thing, flapping their tails. Seeing bears. We were probably within 20 feet of a moose.
The bears.
On a walkway that just out of the blue was. And moose can be very territorial.
Big,
this one
too.
it was pretty good size. I'll show you some pictures. And it was like, didn't give a crap that we were there. I'm hungry. Got some good eats over here.
Right.
Just was like, would grab a branch and just strip the branch completely of all of its leaves and just chew on it for a while. Go to the next branch. Half the time the branch is snapped off because he's fucking huge and probably very powerful. But it was very epic. It was very cool. A lot of bucket list items checked off first time.
Oh, good.
Lots of different things.
Good. How'd you like the cruise? Did you find it worth the money?
Considering the Alaskan cruises, at least anything that leaves around the United States or goes to the United States somewhere is probably one of the most expensive cruises that you can take. Outside of going somewhere that's even more luxury ships than what this was.
Yeah.
Even though it was still pretty good on that side, but it was kind of expensive.
Was it inclusive?
I would totally do that again. Yeah.
Well, all inclusive?
Yeah. Well, at one point it is always, but it depends on what you have access to. So like this one was where we paid a little bit extra to have a dining package that gave us more dining options.
Yeah.
We had a drink package that gave us drinks. of which I went. What did I go like? Over 2 months, I think, without having a drink when I had my surgery. So I tried to heal up better for the cruise. Just to turn around and drink 50 drinks on my 7 days on the cruise. In the last 2 days, I only drank like 5 drinks. So it goes to show you how excited I was to drink. Yes. Well, it's nice when you can walk up to any bar
Yeah.
and just be like, I want a Mai Tai. You go to the next bar. I want, whatever you want. I want a long iced tea. You want a Jack and Coke. You want a beer. Whatever it is. And I got a list now to show you. It's funny. I was keeping track of everything just so I can kind of, so I don't like, hey, what did I like? I'm going to get that one again or something. And yeah, I just next time I was like, well, I might as well just keep writing them all down and see how many I did. And I hit like, it was 49 or 50 or something like that.
Did you get your money's worth?
I would definitely do the drink package again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, there you go.
But it was great. We got to ride a train as well during our land tour, so it's the first time actually on a. I don't mean like an Amtrak train. I mean like nice fucking train. Like we're sitting in like an upper deck with glass, seeing all the scenery, passing like bald eagle nests, and seeing them in the trees, and they're serving us drinks and food, and it's like I can get used to this.
Right.
But then we had to come home.
Yeah, well,
And I was
welcome,
stuck
welcome back.
In a garage, sweating our tahookies off
With no internet.
without internet.
Oh, we have internet.
I had better internet on the boat. No, actually, I don't know if I did or not. Actually, I never did a speed test, but we did have internet. We had cool little things. They give us like these little tags, so you can like track your wife and make sure she doesn't run off on you.
Fall off the boat.
But yeah, you had an app. You could see where people are at. You could put people like you had friends because we had a couple
Okay.
that we knew. That was
That's
on there.
kind of cool.
And you could see where they're at. They're like little Apple tags, and you just wear them. You get them to get in your room. You get them to pay for everything.
When you see
You walk up to a bar and they're like, Mr. Pratt, what can I do for you? I'm like, I ain't never met you before. Oh, you're reading my tag because it has like a radius thing. Like a car thing. You get up close to a car, you can unlock the car just by touching the handle. That kind of
So
thing.
they're stalking people on cruises.
That's right.
Yeah.
You see 2 little chips
they always
in the
know where you are.
bedroom
Are you
on top of
kidding
each other. You know what's going on.
Oh, they always know where you're
In
at.
case somebody falls overboard.
And what
Yep.
you're doing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Cool things about Alaska. The temperature.
Yeah. What was the temperature
scenery?
on average?
Actually, you know what? It was in the 70s the first 3 days.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
And well, we went to Vancouver the first day, and it was almost 80 there. But they were having, it was like, this is normally hot for right now where we're at. But it wasn't humid, though. It was just nice out. It
Yeah,
was still really nice
yeah.
out. But it stayed in the 70s. We went to Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway. Those are all towns if you've never heard of any of those. Juneau's the capital if you didn't know that. And, Juneau, there's no roads in and out of that. There's roads in the town. The only way to get the cars there are through ferries
Yeah.
from, like, Seattle. Like a 3.5-hour ferry or some crap. But either way, there are, for people to get around the town part, but there's no roads. You can't drive to Juneau and leave Juneau in a car. It's only by boat or plane. So that was interesting to go to a town that, all right, that was weird. And then, just go to some old towns. Like there used to be an old gold mining town.
Yeah.
Apparently there's still a lot of gold there. They're still mining in Alaska, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of that going on.
Gold rush is there.
There's a lot of a lot of things you can do once you're docked and all that stuff. You can go do all kind of excursions and things. We just did the whale watching tour and a few other little things, but there's so much to see. You can just walk around and see all kinds of cool shit. Just do what you want. Go to some saloons that are like 100-something years old. That has some really old man trying to do very obscene songs. Talking all kinds of stuff about men having tits or something. I don't know. I forgot what he was.
Was he talking about?
We left.
Was
It
he
wasn't that
talking?
funny.
Oh, okay.
Some Red Something Saloon that was in Juneau. It was weird.
Is it like one of those sing-along pianos,
Yeah,
piano
no,
bars?
He was sitting there, playing the piano while he was
Yeah.
telling his stories and going into his songs.
Yeah.
Things
Piano
like that.
sing-along bar.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Playing all the drunken songs that they played back in 1800s when it became a thing. But yeah, it was a really fun trip. I would totally do it again. But we've been there, so we got to go somewhere else next time. So
That's cool.
We're trying to mark off all the states. Alaska and Hawaii are two fairly difficult ones to get to. One of them's gone. And now we got 12 more states to go.
It only takes money.
That's right.
One of the answers, the answer to every racing team's issues, more money.
More money.
The only
Money
issue
will
from
fix any
winning and
issue in a
losing
race.
is money.
Whether you need a new car, new brakes, or new driver,
There you
money will
go.
do it all.
Money will buy you.
It
Money
buy
will
you
buy
love.
you winning.
You know, one of the things that really messed you up enough, besides the fact it's 3 hours difference in time in Alaska from here, is the fact that we're walking around at one point and realizing, where the hell is everybody? People kind of like calling in 9, like party poopers going to bed at like 7 o'clock. No, it was like 11. It was just that light out. It's weird that, and it's actually not the lightest. So like in like June or maybe beginning of July is when it's basically daylight
Oh yeah.
the whole day. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's not completely dark. Like the sun might barely set for a couple hours.
Kind
but
of like
it's
we
still-
are now.
It's still, yeah, what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
That's how it would be until like midnight.
Wow.
In August, like where we're getting to August, it gets to the point where now that you get a little bit more darkness, because at one point it gets in the winter, then you don't hardly have any light.
Yeah.
It's mostly dark. But then other parts of the night, it's mostly light. Anyway, it's weird. Different place.
All right. You want to wrap this up?
Different thing. Anything else from the peanut gallery?
Nothing on my side.
Will?
Will.
He said nothing on my side.
Have you decided what you're doing this weekend, Will?
How about this? Do we have any quick more questions?
Would you quit cutting Will off? I
No.
just asked him a question.
No. Okay, go ahead. No. Will can go talk. But give people to ask. Give time to ask.
Oh, okay.
Any more questions or anything you want to see or
See us.
any things you want to hit Chris with? Let us know in the comments below. What about Will? What you
Camaro
got?
Fest, going to Camaro Fest Saturday.
Camaro Fest on Saturday.
Where's that at?
E.H. Young Park over by Argosy Casino.
What about this weekend for you, Chris? Do you have anything in line? Because I don't.
No.
I'm still recovering from vacation. I actually got a stack of things I need to actually attend to.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I'll even have time if there was a car show, to be honest.
No, it's my daughter's birthday, so we'll be celebrating that at the house.
How old's your daughter?
Was gonna go to, should be 27.
Okay.
Was gonna go to the fox hunt, but we'll see where that goes.
Okay.
And other than that, no, nothing for me. Although big announcement, we are looking at adding a second trailer to our
He did quotations in case you guys didn't see. Oh, you didn't.
to our stable. Hopefully, we'll see. But so if you have to do a show like you're going to Eureka and I have to do a show, we can at least market, advertise, do our thing. So looking at that, still just doing the side hustle till the career. I got, City of Olathe, got interview on Monday with them. Hopefully that works out. So we'll see where that goes.
Yep. Anybody need any help with any events, especially with any kind of DJing, music,
Yeah.
PA systems, all that kind of stuff? Make sure you're hitting
Home
up,
theaters,
making
anything.
Sure you're hitting up Mr. Ruck.
Anything, I do it all. But no, nothing really locked down. The 24th will be the next big car show that I will attend.
And if Mark out of Ohio, do you got something for Chris? He doesn't mind driving.
Well, yeah, I do.
He probably won't go to Ohio.
Because driving the Jeep, that thing sucks gas.
I guess you have to
I
raise-
forgot.
You'll have to raise your prices.
It's been so long since I drove the Jeep. I forgot how shitty of gas mileage that thing got.
What do you mean? It's got a V8 Hemi in it. Why would it get bad gas
Yeah,
mileage?
I do like
Wait a
9.
minute. It's got the aerodynamics of a Cracker Jack box.
That's right. It does
Why would it get bad gas mileage?
it does like 9 in the city and like 9 on the highway.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
I get like 13 pulling a trailer. I thought that was horrible.
before I had the engine
I get 13
replaced,
in my
I
Beamer.
was doing 11 in the city, 14 on the highway, 11 towing a trailer, not a big enclosed, but
Yeah.
regular trailer. And now since I had the new motor put in, it just shitty gas mileage.
Okay. Just let everybody know. We'll talk a little more about upcoming events, maybe ice cream cruise, a couple little things like that. Because I think that's in September.
Yeah. We are going to get back on a
we got
regular.
asked if we're going ice cream cruise. It's
That seems to be every year they ask if we're going. You went last year, right?
you have to buy tickets. You have to buy tickets in advance. Steven, do you know who we are? We don't got to buy tickets.
We don't buy shit.
We don't buy tickets. I'm kidding. We might.
No, we don't.
Chris's Jeep sounds. Yeah, it sounds like his. Mark says your Jeep sounds like his Tacoma.
Yeah.
It's a great truck.
Yeah.
About 12 mpgs. So
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. You get into big 4-wheel drive V8s. I mean,
yeah.
they do suck, but.
Well, my Wrangler, of course, it's lighter than all of your guys'.
But you have the
but
4.0.
It's got that straight 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the best on gas, but it'll still get 16.
Yeah.
But It sounds pretty dang good compared to your guys' vehicles.
Yeah, nope.
It's like a Prius.
I actually thought your Alpha. I was gonna say Lancer, but your Alpha got better gas mileage than that.
Well, it does. It gets.
Joe, he said pulling a trailer, it got 13.
Pulling the golf cart.
Yeah, pulling the golf cart.
What's your normal around town?
22, 23
Oh,
around
that's
town.
pretty. Okay, that's
Yeah, that's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
24, 25 on the interstate.
That's pretty good for an SUV.
My Porsche gets that. Just. And that weighs half as much as this helmet. That's all the gas mileage I get out of my Porsche.
My Audi got better gas mileage with me romping on it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. All righty. Well, thanks for anybody who's stuck with this chaos
Yeah.
and just wanted to hear 3 older guys ramble on about stuff just because we wanted to come
Life.
on. I just got back yesterday. It wasn't like it was a super planned thing, but we wanted to get on. Definitely wanted Will on. Thank you, Will. We need to have you on
Yeah.
more often. It was great. It was fun. Loved it. Looking forward to our next show, which is hopefully soon.
Yeah, and all technical issues aside, it's not your fault. We appreciate the space, appreciate you having us. Honestly, it's not even a big deal. And to be honest, our audience, as you know, because you're part of our audience when you're not on the show, we normally have some technical problems.
Well, thank you for having me on.
We need to fire the AV guy.
Chris usually has technical problems.
Yeah, we need to fire the AV guy.
I thought he already was.
Yeah, right, I was.
Oh, wrong job.
Thanks for pointing that out, by the way. You going to fire me, too?
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right, there you go.
So looking for an AV guy for Craving cars? Oh.
Sorry.
Anyways, thanks again for everybody. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We Are Warriors Apparel, Timely Delivery Service, Richland Motorsports, Uncorked Wine and Spirits, and we love them all. They help make this kind of possible for us to do a couple little crazy things with technical issues. But thanks again. I am Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
That's Will's Wheels.
Will's
And to all you
Wheels!
cravers out there.
Keep craving.